I got a crazy ass story that just happened to me the week before tour. It's not a tour story, but so the weekend before I go on tour and after I go on tour, I usually take my family on vacation. My girl and my two boys, Christopher and Callan. You know what I'm saying? And so we're going out to the Ozarks. The Ozarks has a place, area called Branson, Missouri. Black people don't really go there that much, but because it's a little country themed Las Vegas, basically is what it is, without casinos. So I go down there, man, we go take a little vacation, and usually we'd do it when I come off tour, we'll go right on to vacation too. So we're driving I-44. It's a part of Route 66. And it's just me, it's really not a lot of cars, it's just me and the semi. The semi goes around this curve, then hits his brakes really hard. So I'm like, oh damn. So I get on my brake. I got a big kind of monster truck, you know what I'm saying, that I drive. And I'm behind him, I get on the brakes and I come around. He pulls over to the side. I come around him like this. And as I come around, my wife sees the SUV. He hit an SUV. Apparently, this SUV came across like oncoming traffic from the me, because there's a highway that's headed south. Then there's a grassy, knoll, a long grassy area of the median, and then the other highway that's headed back north, the other direction, you know what I'm saying, the other side of the highway. So this dude, I guess, came across and semi hits him. His SUV, I couldn't even tell what it was. It was like a ball of trash is what it looked like. It's smoking. Me and my wife pull around. She said, she's in there, baby. She's trapped, is what my wife said. So I'm like, well, what should I do? But I always just spring into action. So I pull over, back up in front of the semi. I hop out, run over to the car. I'm gonna pull this lady out because it's just me and the trucker. He gets on the phone and he's just kind of like nonchalantly talking on the phone, I guess calling it in. I get over there and I don't see the guy or girl or whoever. I just see the airbag was pink. I guess she thought that was the woman in there. So there's no one in this car, in this SUV. And I asked the trucker, I said, hey man, who's in it? Where's the person? And he points down and I look and it's just this dude is just like a bloody pulp laying in the field. It's a guy. And I thought he had a strange music tat, but he had a Batman tat on his back and a big pentagram on his side, about this big, you know what I'm saying? One shoe's over here, clothes damn near halfway ripped off of him. His socks was halfway off his feet, and he was just covered in blood. So of course I don't want to see this because I'm gonna never forget this image. So I go over there and he's breathing like, and this is not a funny story either, by the way. So I go over there and he's like breathing like, and so I'm like, I'm about to watch this person die. So I'm like, it's funny, man, because as much wrong as I could do in my life, I'm a good guy, but I got a lot of nigga in me too. But for some reason, when these things happen, I immediately turn to God. I'm like, gracious Heavenly Father, I don't even want to do it. I don't want to do it. But I'll lay my hands on them and start praying. People used to think I was going to be a pastor. My pastor thinks I'm going to be a pastor. And so I put my hand on him like, gracious Heavenly Father, please bless this person. I think he's about to come to you. Please bless his soul, you know what I'm saying? Or if you can't see fit, heal him, show these miracles to these people that I know can happen. The dude's breathing like, and so this woman comes running. She just happened to witness, just drive by. She's an EMT. She comes over looking like Tommy Lee Jones out of a movie. She's like, all right, guys, I need you to blah, 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 get the battery out of the car. She just starts throwing out directions. Battery's out of the car. The battery was like 20 feet away from the car. It flew out of the car. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, honey, can you hear me? This dude is just staring at me, breathing like this. Right into my eyes for some reason. So he's like gone. You know what I mean? So she's just like, can you hear me, honey? Can you hear me? Is there anybody else in the car? And I'm like, God, just show up real quick. God, show up real quick. And the dude just turns to her and goes, fuck you. Out of nowhere. It's the craziest shit I ever seen in my life, dog. And she's like, okay, I'll take that. I'll take fuck you. Okay. What's your name, honey? Fuck you. And then he goes right back to looking at me. Looking at me again. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna get up. I turn around, my wife's by the truck, like, oh my God, screaming. So I get up, and then people start pulling over. Me and all the rest of these guys, we start looking around in the weeds to see if anybody else has flown out of the car. I come back over and the dude is getting up He's getting up. I'm talking about covered in blood, can't breathe. He starts getting up, wow, falling back down. And he gets up on his knees and he's like, ah, ah. It looked like something out of a movie. So I'm trying to find a bloody, non-bloody spot on his shirt to push him back down. I'm like, sir, just get down, man. Just get down, brother. I was like, man, what's your name, man? My name is Krizz Kaliko, man. What's your name, brother? You know what I'm saying? He's just like, just looking at me. And every time she says something to him, honey, do you hear him talking to you? Bitch, fuck you. Every single time she says something to him. So she says, does anybody have any latex gloves? If you ever been to our shows, I wear latex gloves on stage. And I got them with me all the time because I'm kind of germaphobe. So I'll go to my truck, I get the latex gloves by the time I come back. The paramedics are there, the ambulance is there, you know, and they're carting this dude off. And when I walk back up, they're like, clapping for me. I have no idea why they would be clapping for me. I didn't do anything, but the only thing I can think of is that they saw me jump right into prayer, you know what I'm saying, like right off the bat. Because I jumped right into like, gracious Heavenly Father, touch this man right here, right now, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even sure where I sit with my religion, you know what I'm saying? I grew up Christian, of course, but there's certain things I don't agree with. There's certain things I do agree with. You know what I'm saying? I know that God is pure love, and I know that he put me here to do something. I'm here to do music. My music is healing to people. I hear it every day that people say I help save them their life, and so that's what I'm here to do. So that's what I did. So maybe, just maybe, that's why they was clapping when I came back over, because I did pray, and the nigga did get up. So the lady who was the EMT said, was there any other passengers in the car, baby? He says, no, fuck you. And he just continues this the whole time. So when the paramedics show up, they said, do we know if there's any passengers? She's like, no. She says, what's his name? She says, well, apparently it's fuck you, because that's all he could say. He's about 26, 28. I remember everything about him. Kind of shorter hair, about 26, 28, white male, scruff, pale green shirt on, brown pants, dressed like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Pale green shirt on, brown jeans, black socks, black shoes that were scattered. His socks were brown. They were like an isotoner with the grip on them that you get for like in your Christmas gift for the holidays, like they sell at holidays. He had like those on, you know what I'm saying? And this fluid like had this certain smell to it. I'll never forget this shit long as I live. There's no way he had a seatbelt on, because this was 20 feet away from this vehicle, which was unrecognizable. I couldn't even tell the make or model of the SUV. So, well, he had to be on something, because why would you just out of nowhere come across from the traffic headed northbound, come across the grassy area to southbound traffic in front of a semi? So he fell asleep, he was drunk, he was high. And that's probably actually what saved his life, because he had this blank stare. While he's staring at me like this, he got this blank stare sideways right into my eyes, and all this stuff is pouring out of him. It had to be like blood and mucus, because it was brown, dark brown liquid pouring out of his nose and mouth, just pouring out of him on the ground. I had never seen nothing like this in my life. And it's just like, and he goes just from this to fuck you, like a monster. Dude, I really want to know if he lived, dude. I try to call the Department of Transportation to see if the nigga was alive. I don't know if he lived, because sometimes people do that and they still die later, because he lost a lot of whatever was coming out of him. It was like everything was coming out of him. And I hope, man, I hope the dude made it, man. I hope he survived, man, because he definitely was alive enough to scream fuck you a million times. So let's hope that when he got back to the hospital, whatever internal injuries he was having that was making that stuff come out of him, hopefully they stopped that, and that he was okay. But it's not a horrible memory in my brain, because I was able to at least, you know what I'm saying, pray on the dude, and he got up. Well, he got up for a second, like twice, and then they carted him off, and he was screaming when they put him in the ambulance. And the cops were like, thank you, thank you. The cops and the paramedics were like, thank you so much for your service. I was like, what the fuck they're talking about? You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. And then we went down and had a great vacation and came back. And my son, I get in the car, my son is like, Daddy, what were you doing over there? I was like, trying to help him, man. I said, that's what we do, Bubba. That's what we do, Bubba. We help people. We help people. That's what your daddy does. He said, I know, but you're always doing stuff like that. I said, you're going to always see, to the day I die, you're going to see me do that. You know what I'm saying? So, not a tour story, but a crazy story. And I called Tech immediately after, and he's like, man, this shit only happens to you. I said, I know, dude. I got so many stories because for some reason, man, I'm always where something crazy is going on, but it always works out for some reason, even including police brutality. Like, I done fought the cops, like straight up fought them, where they were spraying me with mace and all kind of shit, and I left. Like, I didn't even go to jail. Not only did they not kill me, but I didn't even go to jail. Crazy shit ever, and I'm stealing on spit, pop, bang, hitting this cop. And they hit me with the pepper spray, and I went home. 2 different times that happened. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just always in the right place at the right time instead of the wrong place at the wrong time. It seems like it's the wrong place, but actually it turns out to be I'm always in the right place at the right time, even when it's something that's really terrible, terrible. Hopefully he's alive. And goes, hey, that dude was there. He probably not gonna remember though. So maybe we'll see him in the crowd one day.
They did the show. This is when they formed Strange Music. This particular show, and I was a high school kid on that show. You dig what I'm saying? And I was supposed to have left 2 weeks later to went and turn myself in to go play ball. And I was like, fuck it.
So we get out the car. Keep in mind, our car wasn't on the road anymore. It was in the ditch. And we look over, we see dude's car. And I'm, I'm saying, I'm fucking pissed. I think I have socks. I don't remember what the fuck, because we were just comfortable. It was a car. Like, one minute we were warm as fuck, and then the next minute it was cold, bloody, shits, glasses everywhere.
And they sent us with 2 hookers on each arm across the street, and we're sitting in the VIP surrounded by prostitutes, and we weren't allowed to buy our own drinks. They had to buy our drinks for us. And maybe some rappers are used to this, but when I'm like a 22-year-old man, that was not happening for me. That's still not happening for me.
There's like 4 or 5 cops pull up to this gas station, and one of our guys who's on the tour is coming out of the gas station, sees the driver, and he's like, hey, what's up? What's going on? What's the deal? Is everything all right? Somebody messing with you? Because we had been really cool with her. We had never had any beef with her. She's like, excuse me, I'm talking to the police right now. And it was like, oh, snap, okay, like, hold up.